the questions. Today's topic is on advertising, and as you know, it's an important thing for each business to advertise, and there are many uh, advertisements on different actually platforms, on Instagram, pop-ups ads, for example, on the internet, commercials on TV or radio, or for example, the billboards you can see in the cities, and especially these days, we've got the election up, upcoming tomorrow on Friday, so you can see different types of advertisements. The question here, the first question is, how would you define it? And is it a good thing or bad thing? I need a volunteer to start the conversation. Okay, Hani, start. Okay, another person, Hani, has got problem with the internet connection, I guess. Mahdi, start.
I can start.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Um, Definition of advertising, in my idea, is that some techniques and methods to bring attention to a product to sell it.
Mhm.
And in my idea, it's definitely good. It is definitely good because it attracts people's attention to a specific product or service in a short time. But why do I say short time?
Mhm.
Because if consumers use that product or service but not accept it and advertise it through their family and relatives, it doesn't last too much to lose its popularity,
Mhm.
and its sales shortly will be decreased
Good.
by during time.
Very good. So you believe that advertisement is an important and very useful thing in order to attract the customer's attention, and you're right. How about
Yes,
others,
sure.
Fatima?
Hi again. I believe that you should advertise, especially these days, because if you don't, somebody else does. And instead of your production, your thing,
Hmm.
people will know another service or another thing.
Hmm.
And but at first, you should take your time and go like step by step,
Hmm.
because at first you got a small business. You can spend lots of money.
Very
You
good.
can go on billboards and stuff like this.
Hmm.
But at the moment, at the right moment, you can do better than that, and you could advertise whenever you want. But I think you should start by little steps. That will work. And advertising is necessary, I think, these days, because when you don't advertise your product or your actually service,
Hmm.
people won't know you. And
Very good.
let's be honest, it's not about advertising is not like before, 5 years ago, people had this word about advertising. They were like, oh, you advertise your product?
Hmm.
So it's not good enough. Yeah? But these days, it's not like this anymore. They don't have this, they don't look at it like this. So I
Hmm.
think it's necessary.
Very good. That was a nice explanation. And your voice is a little stuffy. I could understand it completely, but it's a little stuffy sometimes. I don't know if you are using hands-free or not. If you
Oh,
if you
no,
don't,
no, no, no. I will use it. I will use it. Sure.
thank you very much. It was nice. I can see Hussein has joined us too. The other Mahdi start.
Hi,
Good evening.
how you doing, teacher?
Pretty good, thanks.
In the name of God.
Good.
That was a good story, huh?
Yeah, that was an Islamic start.
Yeah, of course. All right. Um, Advertising, I guess, it's kind of process, you know, that you can promote your products, your business, or whatever you're working on, I
Very
guess.
good.
And it's something that can attract attention maybe or generate interest, you know, that can that can persuade consumers,
Very good.
sorry,
Consumers.
consumer,
Hmm.
that can buy their product maybe. And about the second part, it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing, I guess. In some cases, maybe they manipulate people,
Hmm.
because they want to sell all their products, sorry, and they use any way to sell them. But in other cases, it can be a good thing because it can aware people
Hmm.
to know all brands or
Uh-huh.
all about, anything about their products. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, it can generate.
What do you think of some advertisement or commercials you see on TV, especially Sara Irani?
Sarah Irani, I we just bought something, and I
Everyone
guess
has bought something.
you know they manipulate people, I
Mm.
guess,
Yeah.
because they sell their products very in a very high cost,
Mhm.
and it's kind of expensive. It costs you an arm and a leg, and
But why
not
do people buy that, including me? I just bought this cell phone uh, from Sarah Irani, and it was
because you
almost
don't
good.
need.
The price was the same as the
I
market
know.
we have, but I just bought it by installment.
Maybe the first reason, I guess, is that you don't need to give them all the money at the
Hmm.
first step,
Very good.
And if they convinced people to buy their products
Hmm.
for this reason, but in another way, they just give a bunch of money from this way, I guess.
Very good. And you don't need to just imagine, I want to ask you to give me, to loan me 20 million. I want to buy a
Exactly.
cell phone, okay? Would you give it to me? No. If you do, I have to return that money to you, okay?
Mhm.
Or imagine I want to get a loan or apply a loan. Huh? So I need the documents ready, many different photocopies. I have to go to the bank 2 or 3 times for this type of, for this much money, not this much money, this little money, 20 million. And I have to take one person who should guarantee me in the bank. So I need all of these things, but in that kind of place, you can buy different things without any bureaucracy. No bureaucracy is, red tape,
Yeah.
or I'd better say, you play with paper and documents and the procedures going on.
If
So
you just
you,
pay
mhm,
attention, I'm sorry, if you just pay attention to this market, they just make it easier to buy something. And,
exactly.
it can be a good process. It can be a
Hmm.
good, way to persuade people to buy their product. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
this is their way.
Very good. Yeah. But and they were successful. And
Exactly.
you
And
cannot find a parking space there, believe it or not.
yeah,
They,
they establish another, market in the Tehran,
and
and they
also
are just.
Isfahan. But they don't have mobile. They don't have cell phones there.
I know, but it's a good, progress maybe.
If you could come with me on Friday this week, you couldn't imagine how many people were in line to get iPhone 13. More than
Mhm.
100 people.
they just advertise on the internet about iPhone 13. If you just saw the advertisement,
Exactly. I do believe that. Very good.
They are advertising their product. I just saw it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mahdi. Very good, Hania. Go for it.
Can you hear my
Yeah,
voice?
your voice is perfect.
Okay. Advertising is about telling people about a product or service, and it aims to persuade people to take a specific action. For example, making a purchase, using their services, or thinking or acting in a specific way. So we can say advertising is a public promotion of a product, service, or movement. Just that.
Very good. So, what do you think of the advertisements on TV, the commercials? I mean, when you talk about advertisements, that's the general word,
Yes.
for any kind of place. But when you talk about TV, you say commercials, huh? When you talk about the city, you say billboard, something like that, or even pops up ad, for example, on the internet. What do you think of them?
I think they're just how to say that.
Hmm I just
You know,
consider. Hmm
there are just too many. For example, one day, someday I want to relax, I want to watch a movies, and then suddenly some advertisements pops up, and
hmm
I find them very annoying. You
It
know,
is annoying, yeah. But how can a website, how can TV or Iranian broadcasting, Sada Sima, broadcasting, uh, earn or get its income or its costs through
uh,
advertisements?
yeah.
That's the only way, I guess. Or, for example, they're advertising a type of cream for your wrinkles, wrinkles, churuk, for at least 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know why. These many minutes are actually allocated for just one advertisement on cream. Cream, that women just apply it on their face to make themselves more beautiful, for example, or to make their skin uh, fresh. So it really persuades the consumers to buy such kind of thing, isn't it?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
Can you say your question again?
What do you think of the advertisements on TV, the commercials? It depends on.
Uh, about in my perspective, they're very annoying, and we are bombarded with so many ads,
Very good.
and it's not easy to make a decision. It's not easy to make a purchase because and they claim some.
hmm we have lost your voice, unfortunately, Hania. We can't hear you at all. Anyhow, could you talk again, Hania? They claim something. I heard until this part. Just turn on your microphone and start speaking. Now,
Okay,
now. hmm
we are bombarded with so many ads, and
hmm
ads, claim something and they claim they're the best one. So it's not easy to make a decision. It's not easy to make a purchase.
Very
Uh,
good.
actually, we are surrounded with so many informations, with so many claims. So I don't find them effective.
hmm Thank you. Very good. Everyone hates that, of course.
Can I say
Hmm.
another
Yeah.
question? Uh, when we expose with this kind of
Hmm.
advert for a while, for example, for more than 1 years, you know, uh, they gradually create a need in our minds. And I think, okay, I need that product. I should have it. Yeah.
Very good. They work on your mind, right? They just see what you need. Based on your needs, they advertise it and they just decorate it. They just show it so beautifully that they persuade you to buy it. That's the techniques. That's the technique, the main technique the advertise or adverts actually use. Anyway, others, I can see Hossein wants to say something. What are you doing, Hossein? Could you tell us your idea about the first question or not? Hossein, let's do something else. I want to explain if there are no more people to explain the first one. Before I start yeah, I guess. Hossein, turn on your microphone. If you're speaking, we can't hear you at all.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, now it's on.
Okay,
You did
okay.
it well.
Yes.
Here you go.
Okay, about the first question.
Mm-hmm.
So in my opinion, advertising it's the way or path for showing your activity,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's very necessary for improving your business or
Good.
company or and other things related with your industrial.
Mm-hmm.
And about the second part of this question, as a person has a business or shop or company want to sell your products, it's really good. But as a person, he is user or she is user to buy that product. These people don't know about that product, if product is good or not. But uh, I think it's have some features for being good or some features for being bad. Yes,
Very
as a
good.
person, as a users and sellers. Yes,
Very good. Do you usually
yes,
advertise your business, your products?
yes, teacher a lot
How do you do that,
because
for example?
uh, for example, the channel that we have
Mm,
in ETA and
good.
that sites we have and put
Mm-hmm.
our products to inside.
Very good.
Yes, this is at
Do
my
you think
advertising.
do you think it's enough, or that can be helpful?
Yes, teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough, but advertising is really uh, big for doing your product to sell your product. But it's you need the money
Mm-hmm.
for doing that.
A lot of
Yes,
money or little money?
a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Very good.
yeah.
If there are no more actually comments,
Hello, teacher.
hi, you're late.
No, I'm quick on
I
time.
should I should punish you next time. Anyway, you want to start?
Yes,
Here you go.
teacher, I think advertising is an industry used to call the attention of the public to something,
Good.
typically a product or service. Actually, I think it is a form of communication used to pursue on
Persuade.
Oh, persuade an audience or actually interviewership
Mhm.
to take some action, usually with respect to a commercial offering, such as item for sale or service.
Good.
And also, I think, you know what, it could be a communication in which a product or brand or service is promoted to a viewership in order to attract interest
Mhm.
and sell. But about is advertising good or bad? I think it can be helpful in that it informs us about things that we may be interested in and need to know about it.
Mhm.
On the other hand, it can also be misleading, yeah, misleading and giving us false information or leaving out important details.
Very good.
So it is difficult to say, is it good or bad?
Mhm.
Generally, I think um, advertisement just show us the positive aspect
Mhm.
of their product and make their advertising or advertisement very attractive.
Very good.
Yeah, just this.
Thank you very much. Let me explain the parts of a speech of the word advertisement. Advertisement, or the short form is ad. When you see this word ad or ad, it means the same as advertisement. That's the abbreviation. We also have the verb form advertise. We also have the other pronunciation, which is British, advertisement, they say. They don't say advertisement. American form is advertisement. Just mute your microphone, Zahra. If you do you want to continue your speech? No, I guess. An advert is the person who advertises, is the owner of the business, actually, mostly. Attract people's attention. Very good. One of the goals or objectives of adverts or the people who are advertisers is to attract people's attention and to attract the people's interest. Misleading means it makes you get out of the right path. For example, someone might mislead you, for example, or makes you misled through your religion. گمراه کردن، گمراه کننده, in this case, the adjective. Consumers are the people who consume. Consume is the person who buys, eats, drinks, or uses a product. For example, I have bought this cell phone and I'm the consumer of this mobile. Business is true, not busyness, Fatima. Promote means تبلیغ کردن. It means that you just introduce your product, your religion even, anything, your belief, in different settings, in different places, so that other people join your your group, your community. Indoors, if especially an important person endorses the product, like for example, Bahram Ramadan recently in that advertisement or commercial on TV, or I mean, about Bijan sauce, we had before. So the Amin Hayya is endorsing the advertisement, or Mehmet Taremi, who has endorsed Chavir motorcycles. So they endorse that. To persuade consumers, persuade means to get someone to do something, to make someone do something. Somehow, not force, but you do something that makes people somehow do something. Manipulate means you just touch people's emotion in this case. When you manipulate people, especially feeling and emotion, you say, oh my God, I don't have that cell phone. But uh, for example, if I go to that market, if I go to that Sarai Irani, I can buy it easier. So that advertisement manipulates your feeling to buy a mobile like me, and you get tricked. Installment best, and a loan is VOM, that something, a lot of money that is given to you and you have to give it back, return it to the bank or even someone later, little by installment. Apply alone is the verb. Aim, as Honey used, that means to have purpose or goal about something. Commercial is something you see on TV. پیام‌های بازرگانی. Billboard is billboard. Pop-ups, that's something you see on the internet that pops up. Broadcasting is the TV you have, but there's an organization behind that which is called Seda wa Sima, like BBC, British Broadcasting, IRIB, Islamic Republic of Iran Broadcasting and stuff. Purchase means what you buy, and the verb form is also as the meaning of buy. We are surrounded by so many, I guess one of you, so many ads, for example. محاصره شدیم با ارزم به حضور شما تبلیغات فراوانی. We are, usually it's in passive form. When we expose with, this is a kind of Farsi sentence structure that she has used. When we, usually it's in passive form. When we are exposed to, usually in the preposition is to. When we are exposed to ads, وقتی که در معرض advertisements ها قرار میگیریم. Companies, through Hossein. Industry, very good. Industry, you know that صنعت. These people is not true. These people is right. Thank you very much for your wonderful and informative opinions.
Teacher, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned the structure, we are exposed. Can we use we are confront?
Confronted with. Confronted with.
Sorry.
The preposition is
They
different.
are,
Yeah.
they are the same?
Yeah, they are the same. But it means to face something. روبرو شدن. Or you want not to fight with something, for example.
I know, they have the same meaning.
Almost.
You use.
Almost. What factors are essential in making good advertisement? I guess you have had a wonderful lesson if you've studied Summit before on advertisement. There were some rules or factors that promote consumers to buy your products, but let's see what you say. I don't know if you've searched something on the net to actually provide a detailed answer for that. I want the first volunteer to start. Usually volunteers are sleeping. When I call their name, they usually start. Mahdi Esfandiari.
Teacher, my room is a little noisy at
Okay,
this
no
time.
problem. I got
Yeah.
it, got it. Fatima Akbari, if you use hands-free, start.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Perfect, much
Is it
better.
better now?
Your voice is like Selena Gomez, even better than that.
No, it's
I
not,
hope
but thank
Selena
you so
Gomez
much.
watches us later to see.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sure, why not? So, about advertising and how should we do it? I think there are some rules about advertising anywhere in all over the world, but the main point is you should say something really quickly, but at the same time delightful and funny and beautiful, and you should do it like when a family are watching, TV. You've got all the persons in that family, maybe a grandpa, maybe a mom, a dad, a young child. You should make your advertisement funny for all of them, and you should pursue all of them to buy your stuff, your thing, your product. But before that, on Instagram, on YouTube, on internet, I think you should be a little bit. Actually, you've got all the options at the same time, but you don't know who's watching you.
very good.
On TV, it's like there is a family, but on internet, you don't know who's watching you. You should be a little bit more careful about it, and you should be smart. I
Mhm.
think these things that make advertising kind of tricky. Maybe that's why you know that advertisement about Brefa
Uh-huh.
with Mehra Modi on
Very
it.
good.
Yeah, I've got a guy. He worked in advertising and stuff like this more than 15 years, and he said you shouldn't do that with Mehra Modiri. You know, because Refa it's a actually it's big. Yes, it's big,
Very
but
good.
it's something that it's not fancy. Huh?
Hmm.
It's not a luxury.
Very
But
good.
Mehrabadi's face is luxury. You
Exactly.
couldn't do that with Mehrabadi and Refa. You should use another person for that. And as you can see, it didn't last for a long time
Hmm.
because I think it wasn't rational. You know, people just see it and think, "Well, what? It's weird, or it's not what I'm looking for." But with some reason, I don't know, Cabin Motor, they are smart, I think. So they should go on and on. You
Very
should
good.
be really clever in this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be all.
I guess you can be a great advertiser yourself by so many great, words and sentences you just made. You were so good. Thank you. Nice information about advertising.
My pleasure, teacher.
The next person?
Thank you.
Can I continue, teacher?
Oh, it's less noisy.
Yes.
Here you go.
Uh, I just want to talk about one of the most important um factors
Hmm.
in advertising, and it is creativity. Um, we should know that not only is an advertising uh, spending money, but it is also investment that we can achieve profit gradually.
Hmm.
So uh, we must know that to the consumers uh, doesn't wait until the end of advertisement to judge us. So
Very,
the advertisement should should attract them shortly.
very good.
Uh, in my idea, one way to be attractive and interesting is to use creative ideas and behave intelligent.
Hmm.
Um, I I've written 5 cases to be creative. One of them is use attractive colors, like different fast food restaurants that use a bunch of red colors parts in
Hmm.
their restaurant
Very
to
good.
attract the clients and consumers.
And I've heard
Uh, the sec-
these colors are behind, somehow psychology. Each of them has
yes.
some type, yeah.
Next one is use interesting sounds and voice
Hmm.
or pictures and videos
Good.
that all of us see that frying oil advertisement that when they want to advertise the oil,
Hmm.
uh, they make a sound like frying the oil, and they want to get it more
Very good.
interesting for us. Next one is use creative mottos or statements that are somehow funny or easy to memorize for us.
Hmm.
The fourth one is use appropriate literature to attract the consumers because it is important that you force the consumers to listen you
Hmm.
uh, for at the beginning 4 or 5 seconds in your advertisement. And the last and the most important one is uh, you have to create need feeling on consumers and both the lack of your product in
Mm-hmm.
their lives.
Very
So
good.
you must remind it for yourself that
Mm-hmm.
you can't sell something to a person who
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need it in his life.
Very good. Thank you very much. That was so nice. You mentioned five factors, right?
Yes,
They were so good. Thank you.
you're welcome.
More volunteers and speakers, Mahdi.
All right. I guess they mentioned very well. I agree with Matthew. Creativity is an important, factor in advertising. It's really important. But I guess, as you mentioned before, the first important factor is understanding what people need. And in this way, you can just advertise anything you want because you can just understand it. And the second factor, maybe it has to be something that is very clear and which is not, uncomplicated. And yes, I guess that's it. Just I understand something. If an advertising involves or contains emotional things, it can be a good factor maybe
Very good.
because it
So
involves. Yeah,
they should work on people's emotion too.
exactly.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe they can attract attention with this way.
I can see, I just took an example of Sara Irani commercial on TV. I can
Yeah.
see it has all these factors you are mentioning, believe it or not, especially the emotion part.
Yes.
They really work on people's emotion, believe it or not. People's interest, people's emotion,
Yeah.
people's attention.
And by the way, a person, who just advertise their product is really important.
Hmm.
If you just pay attention to those kind of people, they are always handsome. They are
Very
always
good.
good
Especially
looking.
that old man with mustache.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
really attractive. He's really good looking at that age.
Yeah, it's really important, I
Hmm.
guess, the person who just advertise their products. Um,
Mm.
in my opinion, those are really important factors.
Very good. The next person. Hania?
Do you hear my
Yeah,
voice?
we do.
Okay. They should use some pictures, videos, or songs that are unique
Mm.
and eye-catching in order to draw people's attention.
Very good.
And then that they should provide reasons. For example, they should explain why people should use their products.
Hmm.
Should people buy their products? And yeah, they should explain why their products are the best one, are
Hmm.
good. And after that, they should uh, make people take a action. And you can do this by a limited time. For example, you can say, yeah, they can do it by limited time in order to create a feeling of urgency.
Very good.
And this day, I come across with pictures of some individual who wants to becomes a member of a parliament.
Hmm.
I uh, uh, see those pictures around the cities
Hmm.
and also on social medias too, and I find something interesting that I'd like to share with you. Um, there are some characteristics, there are some features that affect that play a significant role in conveying an intended message. For example, facial expression, gaze direction, or angle of the view. I want to talk about angle of the camera. There are three types. The first one is high angle of the view,
Mm-hmm.
low angle of the view, and eye level.
Very good.
About high angle of the view, there's a camera, and camera is positioned above the person, and it looks down on the person. And this connotate this person is significant, important. No, I'm sorry. This connotate this person is insignificant,
Mm-hmm.
and unlikely to win. And
Very
about
good.
look angle of the view, the camera is positioned and it's look up at the person, and this connotate that person is so powerful and is so significant and is likely to win.
Mm-hmm.
And about eye level, the camera is at the same level with that person and is connotate equality.
Very good.
And those people who wants to attend in a parliamentary
Mm-hmm.
election, they use they should use a low angle of the view in
Very
order
good.
to powerful significance and likely to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
Very good. You mentioned some great points as well. Thank you, Hania. So good. The others? Here you go. Continue.
Teacher, I think there are many factors. For example, good advertising must be competitive in price and quality. Actually, for example, Shahra Fars and Sarah Irani should compete, I think. Is it
Mm-hmm.
true?
Very
Yeah,
good.
making advertisement related to carpets and, hold various festivals to
Mm-hmm.
attract the audience. And it should be different by using popular actors also.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think for have a good
To
advertising,
happen.
to have a good advertising, we have to know the target audience. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
before you want to start creating your advertisement, yeah, it is important that you know who you want to reach with it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if target people are teenagers, the best way to advertise is social media and pop-up. Um, yes, and also effective advertising reaches um, potential customers and informs them of your product or
Mm-hmm.
service. And I think advertising should be capture the perspective,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, capture the prospective customers' attention, and in addition, should be clear and consistently reflect the, unique positioning statement your business.
Really. Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. No more comments?
Hi, teacher, can I talk
Yeah, hi
again?
again.
Teacher, I think there are so many factors about second question. I want to say about the four of them that I think it's most important. The first factor, I think, is your society's goal.
Mhm,
It means this advertising about the elders, teenagers, or adults.
mhm.
Uh, and the second part, how can you attract people?
Very good.
As I Mehdi Ismander said, you can use attractive colors in your advertising, or another way is use the interesting sentence such as Alice advertising هلوشو
Mhm.
بدم لیموشو بدم and yes, and people have used yet this sentence, I think,
Mhm.
and I think it's was uh, most successful
Most.
advertising most, yes,
Mhm.
in Iran's history.
Mm.
And third part, it's your product. Think about what features your product has,
Mhm.
and this product can change your life to better condition. And fourth part, about your quality your product has. And when your product doesn't good as a quality, you lose your business, I think,
Mhm.
very soon, and may you omit from your career, and
Very
maybe
good.
you don't have any chance to come back. Yes.
Very nice. Thank you very much. You've
You're
got
welcome,
great
teacher.
or data about advertising. Thank you very much
Yes.
for sharing your
You're
wonderful
welcome, teacher.
ideas. I
Yes.
have nothing to say. I'm really speechless about your sentences. You're all businessmen and businesswomen. As one of you mentioned, the first person mentioned, it must be funny. Father mentioned that. Mahdi, mentioned the creativity factor. And he also used a wrong sentence. Of course, he hasn't learned the grammar yet because I'm his teacher. I haven't taught him yet. That's not the teacher's fault. Still, they haven't learned it in their book. Not only is it an advertisement, it is wrong. In not only part, and then, but also in the next sentence, in not only sentence or phrase, you have the, actually question form of the sentence. So you should say, not only is it an advertisement, but also you do something like that and continue the sentence. So in not only part, you use the question form. In, I don't know, whatever the tense is it past, present, or future? Using attractive colors, Matthew mentioned, interesting sounds, pictures, videos, motto, like Pepsi, live at the moment. That's Pepsi's motto, for example. Literature, adabiyat. Hania used this wonderful adjective, eye-catching. For example, eye-catching pictures, the pictures that attract your eyes. I come across with very good, Hania. You used the wonderful idiom, or I'd better say a phrasal verb somehow. I come across with means I all of a sudden see something, I run into something. Individual means the same as person. You see an individual, it means you see a person. To play a significant role is true. The one you said, Hania, was not role. This is rule. You say a significant rule. Rule is something like law, regulation, مقررات, or law. Angle of camera, very good. Competitive is the adjective. And compete is the verb. So رقابت کردن، رقابتی. And successful is true, not successful. Thank you very much again for your fruitful and informative ideas. I want to move to the next question, which is called, wait for it, like Barney Stinson and How I Met Your Mother. Wait for it. What are the purposes of advertisement? You mentioned some of the points about that, so we don't focus on this question that much. If there are some people having new ideas about this question, they can start. I don't want to call the names. I need 3 or 4 people to talk about it. Fatima.
If it's okay, yeah. The purpose of advertising, I think, is to convenience people to
Convince.
buy,
Mm-hmm.
convince people to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's all about they stuck with you for
Very
a
good.
long time, yeah, and they become one of your customers for lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really nice point, and it's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
So you should, as Hossein said, your quality should be good enough
Mm-hmm.
to make them stay with you.
Very good.
If you're not good enough in your actually part, if you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing well, you should be expected to some days they will leave you. They will go for a better price. They will go for a better quality, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should be affordable, but at the same time, you should be good enough in your actual major, whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can make a great businesswoman. Go for it, I guess.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Others?
All right. Can I touch?
Yeah, sure.
I guess the most important, part of advertising, as Fatima mentioned, is just they want to sell their products.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the first, um, you know, factor
Mm-hmm.
maybe. The second part, I guess, they are just want to attract attention.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they want to make a good money out of it, and maybe they want to build a brand, and they want
Mm-hmm.
to build maybe reputation, I
Very good.
guess, for that kind of advertising, you know. And I guess one of the most important thing is um, they want to they want to be different from other competition, I
Mm,
guess. Competition,
very
yes.
good.
And what correct? Yeah.
Competition.
No, no, no. Competition. Yes.
Yeah,
What is it?
competition. رقابت.
Competition. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. And yeah, they want to be different, and also, as I mentioned before, they want to create an emotional connection,
Mhm.
and they want to be a part of your behavior. As
Mhm.
Hossein mentioned, good advertising. It
Mhm.
is kind of our behavior
Very good.
because of good advertising. Um, I guess that's it.
Well done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The next volunteer, Anya.
Okay. With companies, is it true?
Yeah.
Company? Okay. When companies advertise their products and services, they increase people's awareness,
Mhm.
and then the more people get know about their products, so the more people will buy their products, will use their services, and after that, they this increase uh, demand and also sales. So companies will
Mhm.
more money, and they will make profit. And I believe that the main purpose of advertising is about making profits. And also, on the other hand, when the more people buy their products, this increased demand,
Mhm.
and companies have to hire more people in order
Mhm.
to sell and deliver their products. So
Mhm.
these jobs opportunities too, and yeah, just that.
You just said that you just are annoyed by advertisements, especially on TV and on the internet, right? But now
Yeah.
you just said that uh, advertisements can also create some opportunities for new jobs.
Yes.
So that's the, good part of the advertisement, I guess.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I can talk about another disadvantage of advertising
Mm-hmm.
too. Can
Sure.
I ask? Uh, most advertisements use perfect looking models,
Mm-hmm.
and this creates unrealistic expectations about lives and about beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And this contribute to feeling inadequacy, um, body dissatisfaction, and also low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very harmful, especially for children who are um, developing their sense of self and
Mm-hmm.
identity. Yeah, just
Very good. Thank you, Anya. The others?
Can I
Yeah.
continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As my friends told, uh, in my idea of the final purpose of advertising is mostly earning more money.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to look on the bright side, if a company prosper by advertising,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it can increase employment rates,
Very good.
and generally these products might be exported to the another country, and it leads to currency entry in our country.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, I believe that uh, we don't have powerful advertisement and company in this major,
Mm-hmm.
because we have a lot of uh, pure exports, um, but we should have some impure exports to another country. Like
Very good.
uh, if we uh, can turn the oil into a tire or
Mm-hmm.
other product, instead of uh, selling it in a pure way,
Very good.
it can be more effective.
Mm-hmm. Nice
Yes,
idea. Very good. But no one does that in our country, at least,
yes.
unfortunately. The others, please.
Teacher, I think advertising has three primary objects or
Teams.
purposes. What?
Objectives.
Objectives?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Objective or purposes,
Mm-hmm.
to inform, to persuade, and to remind.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, every advertising aims to connect with audience in
Mm-hmm.
a way that encourages them to
Mm-hmm.
try out a brand product and
Very good.
know more about that company and take some action. And I think advertising is a way of is a way of letting potential customers know about product.
Mm-hmm.
But some big companies are, these days are um, com- compete, are competing with each other. As you mentioned, sauce, about refrigerator, carpet, and other stuff. And all of them want to convince viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, with different advertising.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Thank you for pointing out some great points. Very nice. Thank you. Others? Okay. Jose?
Uh, Teacher, I think most important purpose, most teachers
Purpose.
is purpose, yes.
Mm-hmm.
About the advertising, I think it's uh, people can know you. People know
Mm-hmm.
you about your brand, your name,
Very good.
and it cause trust you easily about
Mm-hmm.
your product or you produce. and I think it's the most important purpose about advertising. Yes.
So when they hear your name, the name of your product, they
Yeah.
immediately know you and then they buy you, right? Like
Yes. Yes.
some Soham companies or Sohan, I don't know. We call it sometimes they call it Karkhane Sohan, right? Is it Karkhane?
No, sister.
I've heard that Karkhane Sohan, how you're saying, I don't know. You must
Car.
have.
Yeah.
It's a workshop. It's in I don't know. Off. It's not definitely an office. Any
Yeah.
place is it's called for Sohan, like how you're saying.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
Magami
Such a
or
خودکارم
very
محمد
good
سیما.
vodka, very good
Yeah.
Sardinia. These people,
Yeah.
these brands in home are very popular and people would buy them.
Yeah.
Why? Because, for example, I
Yeah.
just buy a piece of
Yeah.
Sohan for someone I
Yeah.
want to go and visit in Tehran. Then he asked or she asked me, where did you buy it? I say, I bought it from Sardinia, for example.
Yeah.
And the next time
Yeah.
I say it again, 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 until that person in Tehran can memorize the person's or that brand's name. Next time he or she comes to home, she or he buys that product. That's so on as well. So
Yeah.
exactly, that was
Absolutely.
a good point. When you just introduce your name, your logo, or I don't know, your brand, people will know you and they will be informed that you are one of the best. Thank you, Hussein.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Back to me, sorry. You mentioned some great, actually, items. Convince people is as Fatima said, convince that what it means to make people do something. In this case, to convince people, to buy something. To build a brand or reputation. Reputation means to become famous. You know, make more money is another purpose. Make profit. Profit means you get more money. You invest some. It means you put your money in something, and you invest it, and then after that, when you just produce more, you make profit out of it. You should be different from other brands. Competition, I told you about that. Emotional connection, you should build kind of emotional connection with your consumers, as you said, to increase people's awareness, as Hania said, I guess, or to increase people's demand. Demand means what you want, what you really want. درخواست. Adequacy and adequate. Adequacy is, the feeling or the state of being adequate or enough. Adequate means enough simply. A little more formal. Prosper, as Mahdi used, to succeed. It means to succeed in doing something. Primary objective. Primary means main. Primary means main. And objective simply means goal, end, purpose, and even some other words. If there are no more comments, let's go to our final question. The final question is actually which type of or which types of advertisements would you prefer? Newspapers, on the radio, on the net, on TV, or uh, in the street?
All right, I can go first. Oh,
You may.
Fatima, just
Come on, just go for it.
ladies first. Fatima, come on.
Yeah, ladies first,
No,
monkeys
you go,
next.
man. That's okay. Oh God, you said it again. Okay, so I think, as I told you, it's all about how much money do you have. At first you cannot spend so much money on things like advertising because you don't earn much money out of your business. So it's really important. At first, I think you should start with internet,
Mhm.
something it's a little bit cheaper.
Very good.
And when you're a nice, well-respecting brand, you can
Mhm.
go on TV, you can go on street. But I think, I'm not sure actually, but I think being on a billboard on a street, it's the most expensive
Mhm.
actually kind of advertising. I'm not sure, but I guess.
It is.
And I, yeah, I guess it's costs like a fortune for you.
Mhm.
But out of all and all, beside, you need it. You know, it doesn't matter what are you doing, what is your type of business, or what are you selling, what kind of service is it. You should and you must do it because it's really necessary these days. And as I told you guys before, if you don't do it, somebody else does it. So
Exactly.
why not you? Yeah, you deserve
Let's
to
let's
be
start
known.
having a business together. You've got great information about everything in business. So why don't we
Actually,
start and run a
teacher,
business?
yeah, yeah, sure, that would be my honor. But I think it's because I'm watching Better Call Saul these days. Did you watch it? It's
No.
awesome. It's a kind of a spin-off of Breaking Bad, but it's definitely better than that.
Oh.
It's really nice, and yeah, the man is crazy about advertising. He's a
Hmm.
lawyer, but he advertises his job, and
Hmm.
he became one of the successful person in his job, and
Hmm.
everybody knows him. It's great. That's why I'm saying it like this all the time. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you for the information. The next person, Mahdi.
All right. I guess, as Fatima said, we have to choose a way which is less expensive, and I guess everyone, if they want to advertise their product, they choose internet, I guess, because all you need is a phone and a page or an account that you can, advertise your product. Um, about the other, and by the way, it has, of course, a wide range audience, and it has the potential, to engage people. They just engage more people. I'm talking about, About the other way, they are out of the view, I guess. Newspaper, radio, and nobody, just use them nowadays, I guess. And and about the street advertisement, is a good way, but it's of course expensive. But it can be attract more people than internet, I guess, if we use this way in high traffic area or a city center like Tehran, such as a city center like Tehran, or um, public transportation. It can, just maybe attract more people, I guess. That's it.
Attract is true. Very good. Thank you. That was so awesome.
You're welcome. Look at the teacher's face.
Yeah.
This he's
When the
he's telling
teachers,
you yes.
yeah, I'm telling you to activate your microphone and start speaking. Otherwise, I will start. When I start, I will be like a clergyman. I won't come down from this speech. I don't know, member.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah,
Can I continue?
sure.
Okay. Um, I don't have a one answer,
Hmm.
but that advertisement that I like is that one that uh, doesn't force me to wait and
Hmm.
watch it until the end.
Very good.
You know, for example,
Most
you
of
are
people are
playing a
like that.
game in your
Hmm.
phone,
Hmm.
but
Most people
for
are like
example,
that. Hmm.
uh, yes, yes, uh, you're playing a game on mobile or uh, you are watching a June fairy tale, for
Hmm.
example, and between this series, they started to show advertisement, and that time is the hardest and longest, uh, for example, 2 minutes in your life. And generally, I like that advertisement uh, that you choose to see it or not.
Hmm. Usually the advertisements must be short because people these days, because we have the highest speed of technology on Instagram, on TV, or any kind of platform. People are not that much patient enough to watch a long advertisement. And that's why they just stop watching it. They change the channel on TV immediately, even for 3 or 4 minutes. Actually, break they have in their actually favorite series, or I don't know, film they're watching. So there must be short. Even I have told many of my actually colleagues in my office, or even my colleagues who are English teachers, they want to produce some content, some actually videos on Instagram. I say to actually make some videos that are short, because the audience is not actually persuaded by a long video. For example, this discussion, of course, discussion must be long. That's another category. But the videos about grammar, about vocabulary, about, I don't know, anything about my job, my industry, I can say, teaching English, must be quite short to attract the English learner to learn. That's it. And it is proven, by the way. No more ideas, no more engagement. Shall I sing a song?
I just
As you
wanna add.
wish.
Okay.
I just wanna add something more, and it was about colors. One of
Mhm.
our friends talked about it. I can't remember who, but actually, when you know about a brand, doesn't matter what color is it. When
Mhm.
you see it in
Doesn't
a
matter what color it is.
it is, yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. When you see it in a big shopping mall,
Mhm.
you immediately just recognize it
Mhm.
because you saw it several times in different
Exactly.
places, and
Mhm.
you just spark like, ah, that is, that sauce that I'm going to buy it. You know what? Because it looks delicious on
Mhm.
TV, on internet.
Very good.
It's all like this. So that's why the whole point of advertising is like this.
Mm.
So people recognize you and your work and your
They
product.
deceive you. They trick you.
Yeah,
Don't
sure.
buy them.
But
Don't believe them. Yeah.
well, teacher, you need them.
Yeah.
You should buy a thing. I don't know. You should buy a sauce. So when you're doing it, why
Mhm.
not Bijan?
Very good.
It's like
Vision is
this.
not a good brand. I usually buy Delpazis, the most
Yeah, that
actually
is
delicious
better.
one.
Yeah, I agree. I
They
agree.
they
Yeah.
have to give us some money, because on my discussion session, which has been recorded and will be posted on my website, we are advertising their products. Delpazzi is the best. Saipa is the best. Buy Pride. Buy Dena, Rana. Irakoto is the best manufacturer. No more ideas, guys. I want to wrap it up.
Teacher, can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. As my friend said about advertising, I think cost is really important. But we want to rank, for example, TV, social media, internet, and newspaper, radio. I think TV is first,
Hmm.
and second part is about the social media. And these days, people do involve with social media. And third part, I think, newspaper, and the last one is radio. But I think when your brand or your name are known, you don't need advertising again. Such a big companies, uh, for example, Goldrank or Del Pazir, or for example, another company, I can remember what the name. They don't advertise again. Uh, Yes, teacher. But when you have a money, you can choose whatever you want. For example, your advertising, such a TV, social
Hmm.
media, and others. Yes.
Very good. Thank
So
you.
you're
Yeah.
welcome, teacher.
Who watches TV, Hossein, nowadays?
Me.
Honestly, if you have the money, just choosing TV is the bad choice, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Sarani choose bad thing, you know?
Yeah, nobody watches TV, I guess. Saturday is just advertising their product on the internet, on the
Every.
in the TV, everywhere,
Hmm.
not only on the TV.
What are you thinking at on the TV more than on other parts, you know?
It's more effective. Hossein is right. I do
Yeah.
agree with Hossein. Sorry, Matthew. I have to say that. TV is watched by millions of people, at least in Iran. We watch it every night. And I watch Del Dadegan
Yes.
at 10, this series.
For example, teacher
Mhm.
football, you can say football match.
Exactly. Especially
Yeah,
important matches. SL
yeah.
and Persis. Before that, you see,
It's
there is a program called Football Bartar. Then 10 or 15 minutes before the match, they show different commercials.
yeah, teacher. Teacher, you watch the rules with Tishmit goals to
Yeah,
Sepahan?
that was amazing, believe it or not.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, don't jinx SL because with previous session we had, uh, in discussion class, you told me we wish SL win, but it
Yes,
didn't actually. It ended
yes,
in
teacher.
draw,
You get teacher.
SLV. Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Oh, wait.
Shall I stop recording or not? Thank you. We just wrap up this session. We hope to see each other in the next session. I goofed. I made a boo-boo, sorry. And let's see what we have here. I just want to answer some other questions. First, goodbye.